Okay. And before we ask for, well, why don't we get the...
Mark, would you like to comment, please?
Because he loves this bill.
I think primarily it's going to be a fact-based determination. The amendment, I think, if I could presume to respond, I raised a number of questions about how the bill as originally drafted would work, and some of those questions had to do with remote prior injuries that may have been associated with one of the factors but were well remote, leaving a clear prior condition. And this draft is trying to say the 5-year-old back injury related to pregnancy doesn't get prohibited by the bill. But at the end of the day, the question of whether or not a specific patient's specific injury is covered by the bill's language or is a precondition is going to be a medical factual determination. Mm-hmm. And the doctor is going to do what the code currently says is you got to specify what it is and why. Mm-hmm. And if counsel for the applicant thinks that's wrong, they go to the workers' comp judge and say, doctor was wrong. It shouldn't be apportioned. And counsel for the employer is going to go and say, should be apportioned because the doctor was right. And
Sure.
that's just how the apportionment works.
So this strikes me then with at least with the example of osteoporosis, this could be something that it almost cuts both ways. I mean, for those that are concerned that the bill goes too far, osteoporosis could almost always be a pre-existing condition. And, and for those who are, I don't know. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around that. And so I'll let it go to others to discuss while I try to figure this out. Thank you.
All right. Other committee questions or comments? The recommendation is do pass. And did we have a motion and second? I think we did right early on. We had a motion from Mr. Calderon. Is there a second?
Mr. Cooper.
Mr. Cooper, I think, had the second. Good. Any other questions or comments by committee members? If not, Ms. Gonzalez, please wrap up.
I recognize that this is difficult, and we're going to continue to work to narrow it. And I'm thankful that the committee staff worked so hard on this. Gender inequities are tough. That's why they still exist. They're tough to tackle, especially in the workplace. Some things are conscious, some things are unconscious, some things are just built into our system. Trying to take this on is a big project, but to move it forward and to continue the conversation, we need to move it out of this committee. I think it's a good bill. I think it was made much better by the committee consultants, and I'm hopeful, even with some questions around the osteoporosis piece, that we can move this bill forward. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
All right, roll call vote, please.
Daly.
Aye.
Daly, aye. Beth Gaines. Travis Allen. Calderon. Cooley.
Aye.
Cooley, aye. Cooper.
Aye.
Cooper, aye. DeBobne. Frazier.
Aye.
Frazier, aye. Gatto.
Aye.
Gatto, aye. Gonzalez.
Aye.
Gonzalez, aye. Grove. Grove, no. Mays.
I know.
Mays, no. Rodriguez.
Aye.
Rodriguez, aye.
7 affirmative votes. The bill's out. Okay. And the last bill we're taking up today is Mr. Freddie Rodriguez. It is AB 1163. This deals with the notice of contract changes for healthcare services plans and health insurers. Go ahead, Mr. Rodriguez.
Good morning, Chair and members. AB 1163 would prohibit healthcare service plans and health insurance plans from making material changes in their contracts with insurance agents or brokers without providing reasonable notice. The bill proposed was in response to a situation that arose last December when a carrier sent notice to their agents that the commission would be significantly reduced in 48 hours. This notice was issued on December 24th, 2014, and the reduced commission would take effect on December 26th. AB 1163 would require 60-day notice before changes could be made to the contracts. The bill includes provisions for reduced notice and changes are mutually agreed to or if the changes are required by state or federal law. I also accept the committee staff clarifying amendments regarding material changes. The bill is sponsored by the California Association of Health Underwriters, the Independent Insurance Agents and Brokers of California, and the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors, who are here to testify in support of the bill. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Speakers in support, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members, Julianne Broyles here on behalf of the California Association of Health Underwriters. We are one of the three sponsors of the agent organizations who are bringing this bill before you today. The recent actions, recalling for reasonable notice, as Mr. Rodriguez pointed out, came from one action that basically just said you have 48 hours notice and you have a very significant change to your contract. Those agent agreements are documents that we must sign as agents with anybody we want to sell their product. So it's basically you sign the contract to sell their product or you don't. You have no choice in what that contract says and no choice in whether or not you want to sign it. You must sign it if you want to sell that product. We do think that what this did do was highlight to us just how little control that we have over our future. When you put together a contract for or a policy for a small group, for instance, I'm going to let Mr. Fear here describe how that goes, how that happens. It takes time, and you have given information to that prospective policy buyer well in advance of the time of the purchase. You've given them their choices, you've looked at their price point, and they have selected one. And then you do all of the paperwork requirements now required under the ACA before you deliver that policy to the actual carrier or insurer. Having an issue changed in that contract that may not make it possible for you to supply the service that your contract requires you to do is something that we think needs some notice. We cannot have our lights on. We cannot have that receptionist that we wanted to hire extra people on staff to help service that if they change the terms and conditions without reasonable notice. We do understand there is business necessity to changing agreements, which is why we tried to make this as light a touch as possible. It says that you have to give us 60 days notice, and if you don't give us 60 days notice, you can't make your change until you give us proper notice. We think that's a reasonable process. It matches what happens under the ACA in terms of notice given to policyholders, which is 60 days, is something in their policy changes. We don't think that the agents who actually service those accounts deserve any less, and for that reason are asking for an aye vote.
Thank you. There's a motion and second to approve the bill. Other speakers in support?
Hi, my name is David Fear, Jr. I am a volunteer on the CAHU Executive Board. I'm the Vice President of Legislation, and I'm here to just kind of explain why this is needed. I do sell policies for Covered California for individuals, and, there are cases where if you sell a policy, for example, on December 16th, that policy won't go into effect until February 1st, 45 days later. And so we really need this type of protection to know what we are selling a client before it actually happens. And really anything less than 60 days isn't really fair to agents or our clients so that we can know what is being put forth in these contracts.
Thank you very much.
Ask for your help.
Thank you for that very helpful summary. Other speakers in support? Support?
Sherry McHugh, representing the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors. We are very pleased to be a co-sponsor of the bill. I would just like to highlight the fact that the property and casualty agents have statutory protection. They have a 120-day notice as required by the insurance code. So this is really half of what is currently provided to property casualty agents, and urge your aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members. Erin Norwood on behalf of the Independent Insurance Agents and Brokers in California. Also pleased to be a sponsor of the bill. Urge your strong support. Thank you.
Good morning, Serena Jensen, President of the Sacramento Association of Health Underwriters, and I too support the bill for the reasons that have been previously stated. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other speakers in support? If not, are there speakers in opposition to the bill? Anyone in opposition? This is the time. I see one and I see two. Please go ahead.
Mr. Chair and members, Stephanie Watkins on behalf of the Association of California Life and Health Insurance Companies. This is kind of an awkward situation because the brokers and agents are our partners in the process of selling health insurance. Unfortunately, at this time, we are opposed to the bill. I think we have some remaining concerns regarding the definition of material and also the 60-day notice. We would like to continue to work with the author and the sponsor on that to see if there's a happy medium that we can find. I think, as the analysis points out, 30 days is sort of standard for our contracts. The instance for which has been brought up and sort of used as the example for which sort of started the conversation was certainly a one-off situation, not the standard practice. Without agents and brokers, we can't have our products out to market. We rely on them. We are partners in this process. And so for those reasons, we'd like to continue this process and the dialogue. But today we are opposed to the bill.
Great.
Nick Luizos on behalf of the California Association of Health Plans. We have essentially the same concerns as ACLIC. And, just wanted to point out that the insurance company that is referenced as the inspiration for this bill is not a Knox-Keene licensed health plan, and yet the bill applies to plans within our membership. And, we're just concerned about it being applicable to plans that are currently following the rules. So this has changed from current practice, which is why we are concerned. Having said that, I think there's room for us to continue our discussions. The timeline's an issue, as Stephanie stated, and we're still grappling with, what would be the definition of a material change. And if the author's willing to work with us, we'd like to have those conversations. Thank you.
Any other speakers in opposition? If not, committee members, any questions or comments? I don't hear any. There's been a motion. And so, Mr. Mays.
Just real quick. So if 30 days is the standard practice, why is 60 days a problem?
Well, usually what happens is there's sort of back-end conversations when we're pricing products, and the broker commissions are sort of developed as a part of that. I think the analysis kind of talks about when you have products that you want to highlight in the market. One of the concerns that we have, and I can kind of guess about what happened with the situation of the circumstance that's been referenced, is that they had a product out to market which they presumed was priced appropriately. At some point, they realized it was not. They amended the broker and agent commission in part because they had a loss leader and one that they needed to kind of cut off. That individual insurer is currently now having financial problems, which is sort of a separate situation, but certainly indicative of why that instance happened, given the fact that it probably takes about 30 days on the back end for the insurer to identify when there are issues, kind of look at the pricing. It's not just the 60 days to give notice, but it's the 30 or 45 on the back end for the insurer to identify that problem. So you're talking about a great length of time prior to being able to really change or modify a commission going forward.
Mr. Chairman, or through the chair, may I respond also?
Do you want any more information, Mr. Mays? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez, would you like to summarize and close?
Well, just want to make a brief comment, but we are willing to work with opposition. Hopefully we can come to clarifying agreements on that as well.
Beautiful. That's excellent. And you had already agreed to take the amendments suggested by the committee staff.
Yes.
So, well done. Are there any other questions or comments? If not, there's a motion and second. Roll call vote, please.
Daly?
Aye.
Daly, aye. Beth Gaines? Travis Allen? Calderon? Aye. Calderon, aye. Cooley? Aye. Cooley, aye. Cooper? Aye. Cooper, aye. DeBobney? Aye. DeBobney, aye. Frazier? Aye. Frazier, aye. Gatto? Aye. Gatto, aye. Gonzalez? Grove? Mays? Aye. Mays, aye. Rodriguez?
Aye.
Rodriguez, aye. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 affirmative votes. The bill is out. That concludes the 10 bills on the agenda, and now our committee secretary will move down the list in order of the bills and collect any remaining votes.
Are you calling the ones that are on hold or the ones that have already
Just
passed?
all of them.
All of them in order.
Make sure we get everybody on there.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Item number 1, AB 305, Beth Gaines, Travis Allen, Calderon. Aye. Calderon, aye. DeBobney? DeBobney, aye. As 9-2 votes. Okay. Item number 2, AB 387, which is a consent item. Beth Gaines, Travis Allen, Calderon.
Aye.
Calderon, aye. Beth Gaines, aye. Gatto.
Aye.
Gatto, aye.
And that's the whole consent calendar, right? It's the whole consent calendar.
Yes.
Okay. Will you announce that on mic, though, just so...
I'm sorry?
Will you announce, you announced it as a bill, not the whole consent calendar, so will you announce it, please?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to go, and then I'm on number 5. I was going to say that's a consent item.
Okay.
But, whatever works. Item number 3, AB 447, Beth Gaines. Oh, she went back out. Oh, sorry.
Aye.
DeBobney. DeBobney, aye. Gatto.
No.
Gatto, no. Item number 4, AB 511. That bill has 9-4 votes. It's already done. Item number 6, AB 915, Mays.
Aye.
Mays, aye. Number 7 is a consent item. That's AB 933. Item number 8 is AB 1131, and that was a consent item as well. Item number 9, 1163, Beth Gaines. Aye. Beth Gaines, aye. Travis Allen. Aye. Travis Allen, aye. Gonzalez. Aye. Gonzalez, aye. Grove. And item number 10, AB 1451, Beth Gaines.
No. No.
Beth Gaines, no. Travis Allen. No. Travis Allen, no. Frazier. Gatto.
Aye.
Gatto, aye. Grove. Rodriguez. Oh, Calderon? Aye. Calderon, aye. And that would be what we have. Oh. Item number 1, 305, Beth Gaines. No. Beth Gaines, no. Travis Allen. No. Travis Allen, no. We went through the first one.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No.
She had it on the consent calendar?
Yeah.
I did get on the consent, yes.
Yes. You have it. You want to go consent?
Travis is on consent. Good.
I am on consent.
Number 2, AB 387, which also incorporates number 5, AB 565, and item number 7, AB 933, and item number 8, AB 1131 is consent. Travis Allen?
Aye.
Travis Allen, aye.
Everyone had a chance to vote. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you very much. We are adjourned.